What's up, guys? This is DToxicz here, otherwise known as Andrew, and I am bringing you guys another Toxic Thoughts commentary today. As usual, before I jump into the commentary here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. This is actually a normal Call of Duty gameplay, as you guys can see right in front of you. I have been experimenting with a lot of different games and things like that, and I hope you guys are enjoying that, because I will continue to do that just because I love to play a variety of different games, and I'd rather not strict my channel to Call of Duty only, because I feel that while Call of Duty is a fun game, and while I do enjoy playing Call of Duty, I feel like that, I enjoy a lot of games, and so does so does the audience that, watches my videos and such. I feel that a lot of people play a variety of different games. Like, I've rarely known an individual who only plays Call of Duty, or only plays Skyrim, or only plays this, or only plays that. Like, you guys like a variety of different games, so I feel that, I should be able to bring you guys a variety of different games because, it's just, gamers will be gamers. So, this gameplay here is a league play game where I am playing with FPS Kurisu, ED Kurisu, however you guys may know him, or how I like to refer to him as the man of epic proportions, because his commentaries are always filled with epic proportions, and I love that intro. His intro is so awesome. But I'm playing with him, I'm playing with one of his friends, Mondo, and I'm also playing, I think it's with one of Mondo's friends or something like that. I don't know, we were playing a league play game a little while ago and stuff because we wanted to, go sub try hard and do all that kind of stuff. The gameplay is highly entertaining. I highly suggest that for people that really enjoy gameplay, I highly suggest that you watch the gameplay because it comes down to the wire. It really comes down to the wire, so I'll get more in-depth to that once we get down to the point to where it starts to get down to the wire, but I want to jump right into my topic real fast, and my topic today is esports. If you guys do not know what esports is basically games played professionally by, people that play the game professionally, things like that. For example, anybody who knows of Optic Gaming or Optic Nadeshot, Optic Gaming has a pro team. They do Call of Duty and things like that professionally, where they go to tournaments, make money, and all that kind of stuff. Optic Nadeshot is a pro player in himself for Call of Duty. Anybody who, does, let me think, League of Legends, some of you guys may know League of Legends pro players. Like, there's so many different teams that I can name, but I'll just name a few of the most popular NA ones. There's TSM, who's Team Solo Mid. You have Curse. You have CLG. You have GGU, so many different teams for League of Legends and things like that, just in the NA scene alone. But esports as a whole has grown tremendously over the past 2-3 years, I'd say. Probably about 2 years. Because esports previously was popular, but it wasn't popular to the point to where, thousands upon thousands of people would be watching. Like, this past weekend, when I'm making this commentary, it's April 9th, so this past weekend was the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Championships. Oh, and congratulations to Farico Gaming, Envious, and Optic Gaming for getting the first, second, and third place prizes consecutively for the tournament. You gave us a really, really good show for the live stream, and, you guys worked really, really hard, every single one of you guys. You guys definitely deserve the places that you guys came into. Really, really good games, really entertaining. Thank you guys so much for, putting your heart and soul out there for yourselves and, for the fans that enjoy esports as a whole and Call of Duty. The Call of Duty Championships themselves, like, this isn't I'm sorry, that was terrible English. This is not a, small thing anymore. Like, we are no longer gamers that sit in our rooms all day long, that sit down, play video games, and just play video games all day with no future. There's always been esports, there's always been tournaments where you could join, especially for fighting games and things like that, where you could join tournaments and make money out of that. But the ability to be able to serve yourself as a career through video games has not been something like huge until recently, around about 2-3 years ago. I mean, in the salaries that gamers make, like, anybody who wants to become a professional gamer, the salaries that gamers make is not high. It's like, the salary that you make as a professional player is not very high, but, the salary that you can make through live streaming and doing YouTube and doing community things as well as winning tournaments is high. Like, you have to do all that. Like, if you literally just sat down and just, like, sat on your salary as a professional gamer and went to tournaments and came, like, second, third, maybe first every now and again in those tournaments, you wouldn't make as much money. You'd still make good money, especially at this age. Like, as I was saying previously with the Call of Duty Championships, the first, second, third place prizes, like Farico Gaming, who won first place, they won $400,000 for their team. That's like their whole team as a whole. Then each player gets a cut evenly of that $400,000. Then I'm sure the manager and, you know, sponsors and things like that, you know, so I'm sure, you know, there's like money that comes out of that, you know, for all that kind of stuff. And then taxes come out of it, you know, and all that kind of stuff for the government. But that's still a good chunk of change, especially for like kids. Like, we're people that are in professional gaming and stuff, like they're 17 to like 22, 23 years old, man. Like that's a good chunk of change for people that don't, you know, work jobs and things like that. Like, that's pretty impressive, and I'm so happy to see the esports scene growing and constantly growing. Like, for example, the Call of Duty Championships, as I've, you know, previously mentioned, I didn't check the numbers on the streams, but I guarantee you there was at least about 5,000 to 10,000 people watching the Call of Duty Championships. I mean, and compared to a bunch of other games out there, like probably the most popular esports game out there right now is League of Legends. The Season 2 Championships for League of Legends that happened last year, when the Season 2 Championships, or, you know, World Finals, or Worlds as they like to call them, had 1 million to 1.5 million people watching the live stream for World Finals for League of Legends in Season 2. And I was one of those 1.5 million people watching. And like, if you guys could think about it in this way, a football stadium for the NFL holds about 300,000 to 500,000 people, depending upon the stadium and how popular the team is. 1.5 million people were watching the live stream for League of Legends. If that does not tell you how impressive esports is, then I don't know what to say. Like, it's insane. I am so happy to see esports growing as a whole, and I'm so happy to see esports, you know, being this, you know, dominant thing, you know, for gamers as a whole. Like, no longer are we, you know, nerds who sit in basements and rooms and just shut our doors and just play games all day long with, you know, no possible future. I mean, we are now people that have a possible future, you know, where we could make a career off of playing video games. You know, we could, you know, as for me, for example, you know, you could make YouTube videos. You could, you know, try to become a professional gamer, such as like Nadeshot and things like that have done. They've tried to make money off of that. I mean, there's so many different variety of things that you can do now to become, you know, like, to create a career for yourself in the gaming community. It's insane. And I'm so happy to see, you know, esports growing as a whole and things like that. But in general, what I want to see come out of esports is the idea of, like, because with sports nowadays, sports has become a big, you know, it's a big business. That's, in summary, like, sports as a whole nowadays, no matter what sport it is, hockey, football, soccer, you know, whatever it may be, it's a business. And, you know, it stinks, but it's a business. I mean, you know, teams lose players, teams gain players for profit, things like that. There's no sense of, like, oh, you know, we got to keep this player because he does this or that. It's a business nowadays. And I would hate to see esports become, you know, a business, a government-funded business where, you know, it's all about making money. I want to see esports stay as it is right now. That's why esports is so popular right now. It's not, you know, this thing where it's like it's a business. It's gaming. It's a fun, and it's a source of, you know, fun for a lot of people that, you know, want to get better at games and things like that. And it just makes me happy to see, you know, esports growing as much as it is. And I would hope to see one day that esports grows as big as sports does nowadays. I mean, it's insane, and I'm just so happy to see esports growing the way that it is. So what I'd like for you guys to do, any of you guys that leave comments on my videos and things like that, I appreciate it. But I would like to challenge the people that do watch this video to put down in the comments and give your opinion on esports. Do you guys like esports? Do you guys think it's a waste of time? Do you guys have any opinions on, like, whether or not you feel that players should get more salary for games, less salary for games, things like that? I mean, and you know, give some examples of, like, what you guys think in terms of esports, and, like, what games you think that, or what games you enjoy watching professionally and all that kind of stuff. Now, as you guys can see here, as we're going to jump into the gameplay for a second towards the end here, we were actually losing by, I think, around 40-something points. with about a minute and 20 seconds or something left. The last hard point was in the middle of the map on the statue, and then it got pushed back towards the courtyard area. And we actually controlled that courtyard area for the full 60 seconds, came back and won by 2 points. That is highly impressive. I was so happy with that game. The reactions in the game were amazing. Like, we were flipping out when we won that game. So I thought it was really fitting for this video. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys next time.